Hi. Happy Saturday. You don't usually see me on a Saturday, do you? But today you do. Well, what have I got to tell you and to show you? Well, I've got Gigi, so no doubt he'll want picking up in a moment. And wearing black velvet is not exactly the right kind of outfit to be wearing for Mr. Gigi. And here he is, and he wants to be picked up. Oh, come here, sweetheart. Say hello to everyone. Say hello. Hello, everybody. That was him grumbling. He obviously doesn't want to be sociable today. Well, I finished off a little pink top. It's a little bit strained on this model because it's only meant for somebody a lot thinner. It's more of a teenager type top or a very small lady top. Hope you can see it. I hope it's not being blown out by the lights. It's just got 3 little buttons. I'll probably take a photograph of it if it ever stops raining. And it's got 3 little glass buttons there. Well, not real glass, you know, glass plastic. And short sleeves. It's just plain at the back. It's just done in a simple shell stitch, which I like doing because it doesn't look too open work. Stop making a noise, you. Right, let me just see if Gigi will sit on my knee for a minute. Sweetheart, just sit there. He hates it when he's not being held. Right, what am I doing? I'm doing another cardigan in the greens and things that Sue chose, and I've just got to join it at the bottom yet. It's looking a bit like a bolero at the moment, isn't it? But that's the colours that are in this one. Green's not my favourite colour, I've got to admit, but I cannot keep crocheting for Etsy with just the things that I like. I have to branch out a bit and cater for other people's tastes. So that's what it will be when it gets its sleeves on and it goes a bit longer. Different shades of green with bits of gold and sort of a rusty red colour there. So that's what that is. Oh dear. Well, Kelly came on Thursday, but we were that busy chatting we didn't actually make a video or anything. So, oh Gigi, you're all wet. Where have you been? It's probably still damp from when he came in because he hasn't been in very long. I went to my diabetes meeting. I don't know whether I told you, my local pharmacy was holding a series of 3 2-hour-long sort of forums or whatever. It's not a lecture, you don't sit there and be lectured at, about diabetes. And I must admit that I'd never been given much information since I was diagnosed. My doctor's surgery is not the best for giving you any info. So it was nice to go along and talk to a pharmacist about it all. And it turned out that, you know, we're all sitting around a table, that I wasn't the only one who hadn't got a clue about me diabetes, the ins and the outs, the whys, the wherefores. And it was very funny, but all the ones who went to my doctor's surgery were all the ones who hadn't been given any information whatsoever. There was one guy who'd been given the works, you know, they told him this, that and the other, and he went there and he went here and he went everywhere, but he was from a different doctor's surgery. I shall rest my case on that one. Anyway, I'm going again this Wednesday. It's food this Wednesday. And then the Wednesday after that, they're finishing up with medications. You know, what we're taking, why we're taking it, blah, blah, yeah. So that will be all interesting, because, again, I never got told that. And I have got a recall to go back after my blood tests for my diabetes and things like that. But I decided, on the advice of this seminar, whatever you want to call it, conference on diabetes that I went to buy a blood pressure machine. Because I was convinced I'd got this white coat syndrome, because Every time I go to see the nurse, my blood pressure's sky high. And yet when I'm in hospital, and I have to stay for the day in hospital, because I'm diabetic, they prick my thumb every so often, and that's always within the normal range. And they take my blood pressure about every hour or so, and that's always a bit high, but nothing to worry about. Anyway, my blood pressure machine that I've got, I'm not saying it's 100% accurate. What I will do is I will take it with me when I go to see the nurse the next time and ask her to have a look at it and see what she thinks. And my blood pressure was well within the normal range. Go figure. So whether it's my machine that's telling me fibs or I have this white coat syndrome where it just goes sky high whenever I see a nurse. Time will tell. I never feel poorly, you know, with my blood pressure. I mean, I do have headaches, but I don't know whether that's to do with my CPAP breathing machine or whether it's to do with blood pressure, I don't know. Anyway, enough waffle about that. I'll show you what I meant to show you. I got 2 magazines, well, last Saturday, it was not this Saturday, but they are this current ones. This one's Simply Crochet, and it is issue 67, and that's the front cover of it. And I do like reading the articles in this because they do tell you, you know, what's going on, what craft shows are coming up. Usually I can't get to them, but it's nice to know that they're there if I could get to them. And that's King Cole, that's a pattern, it's not in the book, but it's a usual granny square blanket really. Just a matter of putting the colours in, isn't it? I suppose you get the pattern for the hat, but... And then they're talking about this super yarn. I've never actually knitted or crocheted with this super yarn. I'm a bit worried about it really, you know, because a lot of it looks as though it's not twisted, and I think it might pill up in a matter of minutes, you know, like go really bobbly, yeah. But we'll see. That's what worries me. You pay a fortune for it, don't you? Gigi, stop moving about. This one appears to be, I think it's probably cross stitch on top of crochet. You've got the cushion and you've got the it's just like a trimming, isn't it, for a shelf? Whoops! I must admit they're not my taste at all. I wouldn't mind having a go at one of these baskets one time, you know, crochet basket. And that's a clock, would you believe this one? The mandala's nice, but I wouldn't use it for a clock. And then you've got the curtain hangers and a table centerpiece. That's Gigi having a grumble. He doesn't like velvet because he slides a bit, and I've got velvet trousers on as well. I must admit though, I'm shrinking. My legs are shrinking. Things I put on that fitted me are now way too long, you know. So I don't know what's happening. So I had wet trouser legs because I was trailing them behind me when I went to the supermarket with my niece today. So it was like, I like the cardigan. It's only quite a basic cardigan, but that's just me, isn't it? Can't beat a good basic cardigan. You make it in a colour that goes with most of your wardrobe. In my case it would either be black, purple or red. Then you've got a staple, haven't you? It's done in Wendy Merino double knitting, but of course you could use any other double knitting from anywhere else. If you're like me, on a budget, you know. That's a head turner, it's a headband. Headband. I do wish I suited headbands because I'm, well, attempting to grow out the colour of my hair. So I don't know what's going to happen, whether it's going to be brown, which I suspect, or whether it's going to be grey, which I don't suspect. I think it's going to be brown. Whether I will leave it when it grows out, I really don't know. But I could do the headband to cover up the bit that I'm going to get, isn't it? Yeah. This is called Twinkie's Journal. And it's all about like crochet fruit and things. Now I would have a go at crocheting fruit if it was for, like, say, my great niece. And maybe she was playing at market gardening or something, you know, playing at shop. But apart from that, I really don't see much point in it at all. That one's called In the Pink. You're supposed to cut up a denim jacket and add bits to it. Again, I'm far too old for that kind of look. Gigi's snoring already. That's a party animal. I presume it's a whale. I've seen a load of whales, whether it's because they're easy to crochet, I don't know. But you know me and amigurumis, like to look at them, don't want to do them. Now that I'm afraid I don't like. That's called Cable Girl. I don't know why, it just isn't, it just doesn't look right to me. It's something that I would never make. What have we got here? Now, I mean, these are cute, aren't they? That's like the Golden Girls in crochet. I wouldn't do them, but if somebody made them for me, I'd say, oh, they're lovely, I'll put them on me, you know, me cupboard. But ask me to make them and it would be like, no, thank you. No, no, no. That's the scarf. I think probably it's a surface crochet, but I haven't read it actually. Sue saw the magazine and she liked it last week when she came. I'm a bit sort of, I'd have to watch myself with surface crochet. I go out of line, you know, a bit wobbly. That's Coastal Stripes. It's a throw, whatever you want to call it. Suppose you could make it for a baby if you changed the colours. Oh, I don't know. Babies today have dark colours, don't they? Oh, can't turn pages. Probably because I'm bending the book, isn't it? Oh, those are those off the hook. They give people, don't they, some wool and tell them to come up with something. And somebody's come up with mittens and somebody's come up with gloves. I don't like wearing mittens, but I don't like crocheting gloves, you know what I mean? I don't get the fingers right when I crochet gloves. I get them all wobs, you know, they're not the right size. But I do crochet mittens. Oh, this is the waistcoat stitch. You'll see why when we turn the page. Looks a bit like Tunisian, doesn't it? It's to do that, the cowl with the snowflakes on it. But I don't think it's done in Tunisian. No, it just has a 550 hook. So it must be some way of making it look like knitting. Great escapes. These are so lovely, these escapes, aren't they? Where you go off on a retreat and you sit there and you crochet and you have a good chat. But they are all so expensive. Absolutely. I mean, they look so fantastic, you know, the scenery and everything. So expensive. I envy those that go on these crochet cruises, you know. I'm not sure I'd like the rah-rah and sitting with everybody else and... Sorry, Mikey, having to put up with Mikey. But... but I would like to go just to chit-chat, you know, sit on a cruise. Not necessarily a Mikey cruise, a crochet cruise, but just a crochet cruise, yeah. That's a little boy's. He's a little bit too rah-rah jolly for me. You know, come on, everybody, you know, whatever. No. I'm a bit quieter than that. Although you wouldn't think so, would you? That's a cute idea of showing you how yarns you know work up, making little dolly socks out of the different yarns. I'm not going through all the yarns. He's snoring away here. His daddy's gone out for his birthday dinner with his partner, so I'm looking after him. Comfort blanket, that's nice, isn't it? I like the colours. There's something about, I mean, they're kind of Sue's colours, but she's sort of persuaded me into like the denim blues with the golds. Yeah, I think they're quite nice. I think we're at the end where it's the how-tos and the do-nots and the what-nots. That's the chart, you know, for the snowflake cowl. I need to go through all of my stuff for Etsy. In fact, I just went onto Etsy and I thought, how come I've only got 18 things there? So I've just renewed a lot of them. But I need to go up and look, because how can I have like about 20 things on my Etsy shop when I've got 4 boxes full of stuff upstairs? So there's something not right, is there? So I need to go and check what's not been listed. But as for taking photographs, I mean, I've got about 10 things to list. The weather's just been so appalling. Right, that's a stained glass mandala. The other day it was sunny, but I was going somewhere. So I'm thinking, oh, that's great, isn't it? That's just an advert for the blanket for Bernat. I haven't seen when it says what's on next in next magazine. Unless I've missed it. Oh yeah, that's in the next issue. That's what's in the next issue. Yeah, if I had loads of money, I'm torn between whether I would like to go on one of these spa, you know, weekends where you get pampered, or whether I would like to go on like a crochet retreat. Like that, really, you know. I'd like to do them both. But I don't think anybody would subscribe to me if I did a GoFundMe page. Can you imagine? GoFundMe to go on a spa weekend. Yeah, right, okay. There's a million people out here who'd love to go on a spa weekend, so we're not subscribing to you. No, I would never do that. I'd have to be desperate to do a GoFundMe. I don't know, it sort of seems a bit like begging, doesn't it, really? What have we got here? Lots and lots of adverts for all sorts of things, so I'm not going through them all. I can never wear these pin cushions, you know, that go on your wrist. They get in my way. I bought one once, a corduroy one that went on your wrist when I used to do sewing on the sewing machine, and it really got on my nerves. Now I do love this shawl. I think it's the colours, of course, that gets me. Isn't it pretty? It's on the front cover. I should have said this is called Inside Crochet, and I don't know what number it is because it's a little teeny weeny writing at the bottom, and my glasses are in the front room. But that's the front cover anyway, and it's this month's. I love that shawl though, it's so pretty. And then there's a sweater there and a lovely hooded cardigan done in granny stitch. It's quite a lot in here. That's a scarf done in granny squares, and that's a nice cowl. Sometimes I get a book and I think, why have I bought this? Because there's absolutely nothing in I like. Then I get this one and it's, I think, that's not bad at all. I'm not sure whether I would wear the hat, and I definitely wouldn't make the bag. I'm going to make some bags, but not that bag. Floral Fancy, this is what this one's called. It's a mystery blanket. I really do not like doing mystery things and crochet alongs if I don't know what I'm making, yeah? Because I'm thinking, no doubt it's going to be something that I don't want, don't like, don't want to make. They always seem to be Afghans, don't they, or whatever you want to call them. Throws and things. Or, you know, something along those lines. And I'm thinking, I want to make those. These are all, I presume, household items, cushions and throws and different things. Whilst I love crochet blankets and that, and I adore my crochet blanket that everybody made for me, the squares, top notch that, but I haven't got the patience to make it myself. Now we have another granny square cardigan here. We've got a cowl and two babies' cardigans, is it? Oh no, it's mittens and a baby's cardigan. The mittens are those, you know, little character mittens. I think it shows a better picture further on. That's the sweater. It's a woodland sweater. I mean, it's too short for me, but that's easily amended. You can always make it longer. That's done in, oh my hand, oh Lord above, don't know. Oh, Stylecraft Batik. So I think that's a double knit. It's really nice to work with that batik or batik, however you pronounce it. Very nice to work with. That's the bright hooded cardigan. That's got the, shows the hood and everything. You know me and bright colours. I know, I still don't wear that jacket, you know, the one I made with the squares. I don't know why I don't wear it. It's not really the weather at the moment, it's too cold. And that's a granny square, but it's more or less, I won't say monotone because it's browns, it's not black and white, but you know what I mean. It's just like using the two, I think there's maybe 2 or maybe 3 colours in that one. Oh God. Excuse me, shouldn't say things like that. Berger de France. Oh, it's a 550 hook, so it can't be that thin, can it? It's just in 2 colours. And super chunky scarf and cowl. I absolutely love the look of them. But the super chunky yarn is so expensive. I'd have to double up other strands of things to get like that. That's very dainty, isn't it? It's a floral linen scarf with granny squares. Done in all the pastel shades. That's the shawl I really love. It's done in, now it's that one that nobody can pronounce. We never know whether it's sheeps or sheeges or scages, I got told it was, but I don't know. Don't quote me on that. Everybody has their own opinion, don't they, what it's called. It must be in one of those cakes, you know, shaded ones. Because it only tells you one colour. Red Velvet Sunrise. It looks quite fine, but it's done on a 550 hook, so yeah. As I say, I don't know whether it's the pattern I like or whether I just like the colours. Oh, that's the top of the hat. That's the hat. And that's the top of it. I'm so little that people would see the top of my head anyway. And that's the laden cowl. She's snoring away here. That's the bag with the cat on it. I don't know about you, but all I've been seeing so far in my emails, I subscribe to a lot of people to get the emails, and it's just been slippers, crochet slippers, knitted slippers. Are we all going crazy about knitted slippers, or so something I'm missing here? That's what's in next month's. I don't know whether that's a a bolero or a shawl, you can't really tell. It looks pretty. I mean, I must be the only person in the crochet land who's never done a corner to corner. I'm a bit like that. I'm a bit, I don't know. If everybody's doing something, I don't want to do it. I don't know whether it's me being a rebel or what it is. But I was like that when I was younger. If everybody was wearing a certain thing, I wouldn't but wear it. I'd make my own something different. Colour block dishcloth. I think I am a rebel, really. And if somebody tells me I can't do anything, I just go and do it, you know. So if you tell me not to lose weight, maybe I'll go and do it. And there's a cushion. I am still not in the mood for losing weight. I think it's because of the weather. You can't think salad, can you, and things like that when it's black as night outside and it's pouring down. That's a makeup bag in denim with a zip on the top. That's something I'd rather have fabric for. And that's the baby cardigan. It's called a Merienda cardigan. Oh, that reminds me, I didn't give my niece the bolero for my great niece. There's the mittens. They're like, I think they're supposed to be a frock. I don't know. I didn't give my great nephew his scarf, you know, that had a cat on it. I didn't give him that because I hadn't made anything for his sister. So now his sister's got the boleros and he can have his scarf that's got the cat on the end of it now. Well, there's not much else around. Ooh. Excuse me. I don't want to yawn in front of you, Mickey. It's contagious, isn't it? If people yawn, you have to yawn with them. Yeah, that's all I've got to say. I've not been doing much, really. Yeah. Just a bit of washing I'm doing today, really. You know, change the bed linen, you know, the stuff you do, your normal chores. I haven't washed the dishes. I will do that eventually. I do need a dishwasher. I wouldn't know how to work one anyway. I still haven't got to grips with my phone yet. My phone keeps going. I've got a new, I can actually hear it now because my son twiddled with it and put some extra tunes on it now. So when anybody sends me a text message now, it goes, incoming, incoming. But my phone ring is actually a baby laughing, so I'm just hoping that nobody in the supermarket thinks I've got a baby in my handbag, you know. But we shall see, we shall see. So I think that's all I've got to say to you, really. I'm sure I'd never do these vlogmas things where people do a vlog every day. I would be stuck for things to say. I lead a very ordinary, boring life, really, you know. Nothing much happens to me, except I nurse Gigi. Poppy's gone home. So her mum and dad come for her. My son and my daughter-in-law came for her. And she was quite happy to see them. Even though she's been no bother whatsoever when I had her, you know, she was such a good girl. She was getting a bit antsy though, because she wanted to go for a walk. And sorry about that, my knee hurt. I couldn't take her, of course, because she won't walk to the scooter. She's like Buster. Buster used to crisscross in front of it, and I used to be running him down. And this little one, he wants to ride on it. He doesn't want to walk at the side of it. So he has to sit in his little baby sling if we go anywhere. He loves going out in it, yeah, he loves having a good look round. You know, he's like a little meerkat, you know, looking around like that. And we go out on the scooter. But he won't walk at the side of it either. People say, oh, you could get a dog, you could get it to walk at the side of you, know, and they just don't want to do that. They want to wander off somewhere that way or that way, or wherever they want to go, yeah. So much as I would love another dog, it's just not practical. I have to make do with my foster doggy, don't I? My little one, who's gone to sleep here. Anyway, it's going to be a short video tonight because I can't really think of much else to say. I don't know whether Sue's coming next week. She just lets me know on the day when she's coming. That's the way my life rolls. People just say, oh, you're in. Yes, I'm in. Right, I'll be round in half an hour. But that's the way. It's nice that way because you're not like building up, are you, to somebody coming and then maybe perhaps they have something happens in their life and they can't get here. You know, Sue's on grandma duty, so, you know, if one of the kids is ill or something like that, and she says to me, oh, I'll come next Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever day she decides, and then she doesn't turn up, and I'm like, where is she, you know? So I'd rather she just phoned me, you know, in the morning and said, are you in? Because that's usually what happens. But this little one's snoring his head off. So I think I'm going to watch a little bit of TV. I think maybe Sean's doing a crafty corner today, I don't know. But by the time this video comes out, it'll all be over and done with, won't it? I had been asked if I wanted to do one of these live things, but I honestly don't know how to do them. I mean, I've done Google Hangouts. But I mean, my times don't coincide with anybody that's, you know, in the US. I'd be talking to myself or anybody who's in the UK, because it would be kind of like probably the middle of the night or something for you. I don't understand the time differences. I just get all completely... I'll have to get Zoe to try and teach me how to do these YouTube ones. You know, where I just talk for hours and I have to read the things on the screen as they're going past. That would be great if I could do it off my big PC, because actually I don't need my glasses on the big PC now, because I've got a TV screen. I've got a 32-inch monitor now. It's great because I don't have to start looking for my glasses. And well, anyway, I hope you're enjoying you are enjoying your weekend, because Saturday's almost gone here. I don't know what time it is, about 7:30 I think. And Sunday I don't know what I've got planned. Probably to tidy up my bedroom, because at the moment everything's hanging on hangers but they're not in the wardrobe, so it tends to look a bit like one of those, you know, changing rooms, communal changing rooms you have in ladies' fashion shops at the moment. I'm going to get Christina to help me, because I've got a lot of summer dresses ready for next summer. Now's the time to buy them. Now's the time. People are getting rid of summer dresses and things like that because it's off season, so you get them quite cheap, yeah. But they're all too long for me because I'm shrinking. Definitely shrinking. I was 5'4", now I'm 5'2". This carries on, I'm going to be 5 foot in a bit. And it doesn't help my BMI, you see, because if my weight stays the same, my BMI keeps going up because I'm shrinking. Hey, oh jolly dee. And I've still not heard anything about the injection in my spine. I do keep ringing up. I keep telling me I'm on the list. I've got to wait for my letter to come. So, what do you say about hope? Hope died. So, my back's hurting, my knees are hurting. My sister-in-law's got the plaster taken off her wrist now, and apparently she's got some kind of a lump or a bump, but it's very, very sore. So she's thinking about going to see a physiotherapist, you know, to get it sorted out. It's typical national health. I mean, they're there for you when you need them, but they don't always do everything right. When my mum broke her wrists, she fell and broke both of them. They were never right after that. She always had weird bumps, lumps and everything. So that's my dread. I could cope with anything broken, like legs, ankles, knees, whatever, but not my hands, my arms. Because I just craft or crochet. You know, I'm not a reader, I'm not a television viewer that just sits there watching telly or videos or something. I have to have something to do. If ever I broke my hand or arm or wrist, I would be being took to the funny farm. I'd be, oh, give me something to do, give me something to do. Because I can't. If I read, I nod off. I don't know whether anybody else is like that. I start off reading and I find my eyes are going to close. And with wearing reading glasses, you know, if you read in bed, you wake up and you've got you've either broken your glasses or you've got them stuck in your head somewhere or another, and the book's over your face and the light's on when you're waking up and you're thinking, oh Lord, I've got to go back to sleep again now. Anyway, this little snoozy little man is going to be very upset with me because I'm going to move now. Going to move now. I want a cup of coffee. Or a mug of coffee, I should say. A cup of coffee is no good to a coffee addict. And I know lots of people have swapped to decaf, but no, I like the hit. Don't get me wrong, I don't like that very strong percolated coffee, you know, the kind you get and it's really, really from coffee beans. Well, I know the instant coffee's from coffee beans, I understand that, but it doesn't have that sort of bitter taste and I don't like that. So I used to have a long time ago, I had a coffee percolator. But to be quite honest, I didn't like the coffee that was in it. And one of my friends, she'd had one for donkey's years because mine was very old. And she goes, I'm absolutely distraught, mine stopped working. And she said, I can't get another one, they don't make them anymore. So I said, I'll tell you what, you can have mine. Oh, you'd think I'd given her the crown jewels. She was so thrilled with it. So I don't know whether it's conked out on her now because I got it as a wedding present, so it would be, what, nearly 50-year-old now? Oh, I feel so old. I think if I'd have been married still, I would have been married 50 years next year. Thank God I made an escape. I envy anybody who has a relationship that is so good that they still love each other after 50 years. I'm not the marrying kind, I decided. I should never have got married. I'm too free-spirited, I'm too... want to do my own thing, don't like... If I'm in the mood to do something, I want to do it there and then. I don't want to have to compromise. I don't want to have to see whether it's okay for me to do it. No. I love being my own boss. If I want to stay up till all hours of the night doing something, I can. There's nobody to grumble at me. It's very nice, that. But having said that, I do miss a bit of companionship and I do wish I had a lovely relationship, but I'm not looking, if you know what I mean. I'm too set in my ways. I wouldn't want to have to give up anything, you know, craft-wise to accommodate for a male. No, I think I'd rather have a four-legged friend. Preferably a dog, but... I'm a cat person too, though. I do like my cats as well. But Gigi doesn't like cats. And Poppy spent half the time chasing the squirrel. I have a resident squirrel that comes into the garden, but Poppy took offence, so she was like chasing it every day. And I also have a little cat that visits. But whether he'll visit again for a while, I don't know, because he got chased out the garden. He'd come all the way to the patio door, which he usually does, he or she. I've not been that close. He doesn't let me stroke him or anything. He just comes to the patio and has a look in. If I open the patio door, he flies off anyway. I say he, but I don't know if it's a he. But Poppy, she set off her to gallop, but she just wasn't quick enough. Not quick enough to catch him. Thank goodness. I don't want anybody, cat owners, coming around saying, your dog's just eaten my cat. Thankfully Gigi wouldn't be able to catch anything. He tries hard with flies and things. moths, you know, but he's not quick enough. He's not got the reflexes, have you, bless you? He's really fast asleep now, snoring away. Right, before he sends me to sleep, I'm going to go, because I'm sure I want to watch something on the TV at 8 o'clock. On that note, I will leave you. Have a good weekend, and I will speak to you very soon. So bye for now.